Greetings, it's Ian from RTO, second one of the day. I'm doing this in a roll. We've literally just switched off from the last one and starting again. So today, this is Group G in Battle Royale 2 to find the greatest single of all time. And we've called this one Generations. 4 good singles. And as usual, we start off with the one that was a release for first. And this, in this case, it is Bill Haley and his Comets and Rock Around the Clock. And this is from the first time. It's not just one person. It's from a group in Northern Ireland called the Pars Group. Now, our very own Dave is part of the Pars Group. It's a rehabilitation group for people that have suffered strokes. They go to the gym and do exercises to keep them nice and fit and healthy. And Dave obviously talks about the channel and what we're doing, and they wanted to put in a song. So this is the song they put in. So Rock Around the Clock is a song in the 12-bar blues format written by Max C. Friedman, James E. Myers, the later being a pseudonym for Jimmy DeKnight. And it was written in 1952, believe it or not. But it was most successful rendition was recorded by Bill Haley and his Comets. It's one of these songs that's got into the UK charts on 3 occasions, 50s, 60s and 70s. And they say it's the first rock and roll record to top the pop charts in both the US and the UK. So who plays on this? So we got Bill Haley on vocals and rhythm guitar, Marshall Little on double bass, Franny Beecher on guitar, Billy Williamson on the steel guitar. We've got Johnny Grande on piano, Billy Gusset on the drums, Danny Cedrone on the electric guitar, and Joey Ambrose on tenor saxophone. As we said, this is the first it's the first actual rock and roll track to enter the British charts. So it starts off with that distinctive from Bill Haley, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock. In comes the drumming from Billy Gusset, or Gusack, who was a session musician, and he keeps that beat going. I think it's got one of the greatest little beats you can go, and it's that wonderful double bass, dum 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 as well, that keeps the song going. It's just, you know, you didn't expect that, but then when the saxophone comes in, absolutely brilliant, and it's got this great guitar solo from Franny Beecher. It's crisp, it's thing, and it's just a song for every generation, isn't it? I don't know. It's just one of those, isn't it? That, you know, I don't find anyone that says, "Oh, I don't like that track." Everybody likes a bit of rock and roll on the clock. A lot of people have covered it and done versions of it, but I just think this is the best version. It's very simple. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just 12, but it's a boogie, it's a shuffle, and it's a great vocal from Bill Haley. I mean, they had so many big hits. You know, every one of them's worthy. So, good luck, ladies. And you're the only ladies in the competition, I think. I don't know. But good luck, ladies. Okay, our second single comes from defending champion Simon. And he's put another Kinks song in. And this one is Waterloo Sunset. Single released in May of 1967. And was featured on the album Something Else by the Kinks later that year. Written by Ray Davies, and they say it's one of the most acclaimed songs in their career, and ranked number 14 in 2021 on Rolling Stone's 500 greatest singles of all time. And it was actually their first single to be available in true stereo. So who is playing on this one? Of course, we've got the Davies brothers, Ray on lead backing vocals, acoustic guitar and piano, Dave Davies on the backing vocals and electric, the one and only Peter Quaife on the backing vocal and bass guitar, Mick Avery on the drums, again Razor Davies, Ray's wife, is doing the backing vocal. So, what can we say about this? Probably one of the greatest Kink songs ever. It opens with that wonderful Peter Quaife bass line, that dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum dum dum, basically. Then you get the lovely backing vocal of Razor again. It's just brilliant. The guitar work on this from Dave is great. It's just the brilliant little lyrics, isn't it? It's all about being in London, Waterloo sunset. Now, that is true. If you've ever been on Waterloo Station at sunset, if you get the right thing, it is a lovely sunset. It really is. I've been there, and every time I go to Waterloo Station, I think of this song. I don't know why. It's bizarre, but it's just a well put together song. It's very of the time, and it is probably one of the best singles of the 60s. It really is. It's just a great, great song. Okay, a third. Before we go on to our third, Good Luck Simon with that one. That's a very popular song. So we'll move on to the third entry today, and it's from Terry Wilson, a new person in the competition. So thank you for entering. And he's put in Midnight Train to Georgia by the fantastic Gladys Knight and the Pips. It's an old song. But its most famous version of this is by Gladys Knight, and it was from 1973 on their Imagination album. It was the first group's top 10 single in America, and it won a Grammy Award. So playing on this, singing on this, don't know who the musicians are, but we've got Gladys Knight, Merrill Bubba Knight, William Guest, and Edward Patton. William passed away in 2015 and Edward in 2005. So this song is a very soulful song. It's one of my favourite songs by Gladys Knight and the Pips. I just love the start of this. You've got that little drum roll and the lovely piano intro. Then Gladys starts singing, and what a voice she's got. It's one of the great soul singers. And what she had 3 great backing singers in Merle Rold, William and Edward. Their harmonies were wonderful. But what you notice in this, that if you go music, there's this little keyboard line that sort of, it's there, but if you don't notice it until you really, really listen. And it's that and that sturdy bass line that really holds this song together. I mean, these had some great hits. There's a lovely little bit of guitar in this. There's some wonderful horns. And it's so relaxing. And it's one of those songs that if you put it on, you just whatever you're doing, you have to sit down and listen to it. I think it's one of the great unsung songs of the 60s, I think. It is just a lovely, lovely track. Okay, so good luck to Terry with that one. Okay, our last entry today comes from Rob Walker. We all know Rob Walker, well known in the vinyl community. And he has put in That's Entertainment by The Jam. Now this song has actually got some history. It was a song that first appeared on a 1980 album called Sound Effects. Now this was never ever released as a domestic single in the UK during the band's lifetime. But it charted as an import single, backed by a live version of Down in the Tube Station at Midnight, and it peaked at number 21 back in 1980. It was given its first UK release in 1983 and peaked at number 60. And then a second reissue in 1991 also made the top 50. But the song remains one of the 2 all-time biggest selling import singles in the UK, alongside and with The Jam's Just Who Is the 5 O'Clock Hero, which hit the charts in 1982 and got to number 8. And That's Entertainment was listed by the BBC Radio 2 as its 43rd best ever song released by an artist. So, of course, the Jam, of course, are Paul Weller, Bruce Foxton and Rick Buckler. So this is just one, I think this is one of their best songs. It starts off with that great little bass bit, and all the way through, the bass line from Bruce is steady as a rock. And instead of getting them high power chords from Paul on the guitar, you get this lovely acoustic sound. And once again, we've got Rick on the drums, the steady beat, the gel of the Jam, keeping the other two in time all the way. This was such an unusual song for the Jam. It was not rocky, and we also had some really nice harmonies. I think this is one of their best singles, believe it or not. You know, they have made some great singles. This is only for me the second behind Going Underground. It is that good. Bruce Foxton, one of the great bass players of the time. Him and Rick was such a tight operation. Rick's drumming in this is really delicate. You've used to hear him giving it all the crash bang wallop, but on this he's absolutely spot on. Another great track. So good luck to Rob Walker. So 4 great songs again, spanning from the 50s right up to the 80s. So good luck to all of you. When does it all kick off? Well, at 2 o'clock today, it's the time that everything goes live. This video goes live at 2. The poll opens at 2. And the short goes up on 2. Where do you vote? Well, there is the description. There's the link in the description below, sorry. If you go to my community page, you will find, if you scroll down, you will find the link in there as well. We'll keep putting it up in the live stream tonight. And so it opens at 2 p.m. So you'll be watching this. The poll is now open, and it closes at 23:59 next Wednesday, and then next Thursday Dave will announce who goes through to the round of 16, which the draw for that will be broadcast on I think it's the 9th of December. So we've not got long to go now before we get into the knockout stages. Okay, next week we have got the last group, and that's, I think it's called Decades. Now I've got to think who's in this. We've got Virginia Plain, who's one of them. So I'll just get me list out. I don't know. What else have we got? I can't remember, you know. But it's, you know, it is Decades. I think Gino's in there. There we go. It's coming to me now. Love Bizarre Triangle from... yes, I've got it now. Start again, Ian. Sorry, folks. So we've got Virginia Plain, Roxy Music. We've got My Generation, The Who. We've got Bizarre Love Triangle, New Order, and we've got Gino, Dixie's Midnight Runners. I knew I'd get there eventually. Just remembering all this stuff. Anyway, we'll be back very shortly with Pick and Mix. And this week it's mixing it up, and it's we're not just looking at the production work of this guy. We're looking at his, because he was an all-rounder. He played, he wrote, and produced, and that is the amazing Jim Steinman. So we'll be having a look at his career. So good luck, guys, on this for this one, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.